Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel.
We know who the best player ever is. His name is LeBron James.
When it comes to the LeBron James media mafia, we already know the usual faces.
Michael never had to leave. Michael's never been the underdog in any finals. People didn't buy MJs because they wanted to be just like Michael Jordan. LeBron's antlers is in platinum and Michael's may be in gold.
You've got guys like Nick Wright, Colin Cowherd, Kendrick Perkins, voices on TV every single day pushing non-stop pro-LeBron narratives.
Michael Jordan had two really great partners. One in Nike and the other one in Gatorade.
Okay.
Now, from a marketing perspective, they told two of the greatest stories. Nike, Air. From a Gatorade perspective, it was the fuel to win. And it was Gatorade that created the lullaby, like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
These guys aren't neutral, and everybody watching knows it. In their own lanes, they've turned into full-time LeBron defenders, always ready with excuses, spin, and praise. But if we're being honest, the biggest shield, the loudest cheerleader, the real power piece behind the scenes is Rich Paul.
Not only is it the product of hydration, the product of footwear, etc., it's also the media spin that they to really push these campaigns.
It's delusional.
This is LeBron's longtime friend, business partner, and the man running Klutch Sports. That relationship matters, and it shapes a lot of the noise we hear around LeBron's legacy. Now stop right there for a second, because when LeBron fans go after Michael Jordan, notice what they never attack. They don't attack Jordan the player. They don't attack what he actually did on the court. They avoid the championships, the moments, the dominance, and the legacy built through basketball excellence.
Fuel to win like Mike. I believe I can fly. Those things are not being manufactured by their partners in the and a narrative and now mapping it onto Jordan. They're coming organically from what's real. Thank you.
Yes, Jordan had flaws. He had rough games, missed shots, and moments that didn't go his way. Nobody denies that, but when you compare results, pressure moments, and success rate, Jordan's track record hits on a whole different level. That's where the argument breaks down. So what happens next? When the basketball argument fails, the focus shifts off the court. Suddenly, it's about narratives, branding, and money stories that have nothing to do with the game.
And Converse was the dominant brand. Converse had Dr. J, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bernard King, Isaiah Thomas. They had the official shoe of the Olympics. And Adidas had everybody else that mattered.
One of the loudest claims floating around is that Jordan was somehow a media creation, propped up to sell products instead of earning his status. And that's where things flip completely upside down, because when you really look at Jordan's career, the truth runs the opposite direction. Jordan didn't ride brands, brands rode Jordan. Nike and Gatorade didn't make him famous. His play, swagger, and personality made them massive.
Now, of course, we can't show what kind of shoe this is.
Yeah, that's okay, the color stands for
But
it.
is this the shoe that the NBA wouldn't let you wear? Yeah. Now, why wouldn't they let you wear it? Just because it's ugly, I guess, for starters.
Go back to the mid-1980s during Michael Jordan's rookie season. At that time, the top shoe brands weren't even Nike. Converse and Adidas ran the scene. Jordan didn't walk into power. He created it with his game, night after night, in real time.
Michael Jordan in 1985 talking about facing Julius Erving for the first time. It was Dr. J who set the stage for these shoes to do the walking. Comparisons to Erving followed, and rightfully so.
Nike wasn't even a serious name in basketball at first. Back then, they weren't seen as a real hoop shoe brand, and nobody looked at them as a powerhouse in the NBA space. That all changed the moment Michael Jordan stepped into the league. During his rookie season alone, Nike's profits exploded, over $70 million in just the first 2 months with Jordan as their guy. That wasn't luck, that was impact. In 1985, Michael Jordan wasn't just another rookie trying to find his footing. He was something the league had never seen before. From day one, he dropped 28 points per game, scoring at an elite level immediately. On defense, he brought pressure, effort, and intensity. Athletically, he looked like Dr. J with a next-generation upgrade. Faster, sharper, and more aggressive.
Watch guys dunking and everything, but he had a different kind of bounce. You know, jumping and dunking, and I was like, okay, all right, that's kind of nice. And then the game started. And this dude was so fast and so quick. He was like, oh,
Put all that together, and you had a walking highlight reel shaking the league every night. Jordan was destined to win no matter where he signed. Converse, Nike, Adidas, it didn't matter. He was going to be Michael Jordan regardless. His game didn't depend on branding. Branding depended on him. Compared to the stars of that era, his style stood apart completely. Nobody attacked the rim like him, nobody moved like him, and nobody played above the crowd the way he did. What truly separated Jordan was the aerial assault. Poster dunks, hang time, body control, he stayed in the air while defenders were already landing. Everyone could dunk in the 80s, sure, but Jordan's highlights felt unreal, like something from a different sport. That's why, decades later, people still stop and stare when those clips play. Fast forward 40 years and the comparison fits perfectly. Think about Steph Curry in 2016. Yes, players already shot threes back then. Deep threes existed, but when Steph launched them, it hit different.
When you think about the first influencers were guys like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What shoes did he wear?
The confidence, the timing, the swagger. It changed the game's gravity. Now look at Under Armour in the early 2000s. They existed, they were around, but they were mainly known as a football brand. Steph didn't get carried by Under Armour. He turned them into a basketball brand. He made them relevant in NBA culture. If Rich Paul were spinning Steph's story, this is how it would sound. Steph was a good player, but Under Armour boosted him, marketed him, and turned him into something bigger than he really was because he was their cash engine. That logic doesn't hold up at all.
There just wasn't any social media.
And then when you talk about what they call product seeding or product placement, what they did extremely well was every guy who was somebody on a show, they placed the product. So where'd you see it?
TV.
Oh, I saw in this episode of The Fresh Prince or this episode of Martin.
Yet that's the exact way Jordan's story gets twisted when it comes to Nike. The truth is simple. Jordan didn't need a push. He was already moving the culture himself. Let's pause right there, because Michael Jordan, the icon of the 1990s, was built in the 1980s. This was before sitcom influence, before pop culture crossovers took over.
Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, baby. Guess who I am, Gina?
I mean, aren't you a Knicks guy? I was watching all of
Yeah, I was. But in the 90s, everybody was Bulls.
Yeah.
They were such an exciting team. They had such charisma.
By 1990, Jordan already had 5 signature shoes and was clearly the face of the NBA. He didn't need influencers or TV shows to make him bigger. His game did that every single night. It did all of that by itself. And here's the main point that needs to be hammered home hard. You can throw unlimited money, marketing teams, brands, and media support behind any player you want. You can try to manufacture a superstar from scratch, but at the end of the day, none of that works unless the player actually lives up to the hype.
The way he looked when he went was different because he could shoot the ball on the way down, so his hang time looked.
But it's also a proportionate from a body perspective. Shoulder width, arm length, arm, chest depth, all those things.
It looked right.
And when it comes to Michael Jordan, he didn't just meet expectations, he shattered them. He delivered on every level and then pushed past it. That's why the brand stuck, not because it was forced, but because it was earned. Now let's talk about something Rich Paul gets completely wrong when he brings up 90s sitcom culture. When The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air debuted in September 1990, Michael Jordan wasn't some rising name. He was already an established NBA veteran and a global star. When Martin premiered in August 1992, Jordan was already that guy worldwide. The timeline matters and it tells the real story. Yes, Fresh Prince and Martin became massive cultural icons. No debate there. But Jordan didn't blow up because of those shows. Those shows reflected what was already happening. Jordan was already the standard. That's why you saw Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, and others rocking Bulls gear. They weren't making Jordan cool. Jordan was already the wave. So when Rich Paul flips that order, it's either a lack of understanding or a deliberate twist to push a narrative. Either way, it doesn't line up with reality. And this leads to Rich Paul's real problem. His business partner LeBron James will always live under the shadow of Michael Jordan. The comparison never goes away. On one hand, that comparison helps LeBron. It elevates him, boosts his image, and puts him in rare air. But on the other hand, Jordan keeps winning the comparison both on the court and off it. Look at what each man is truly synonymous with. Michael Jordan equals Nike, the Jordan brand, Chicago, and winning. That image is locked in forever. Now ask the same question about LeBron. Is he Miami? Not really. Is he a Laker? Not fully. Is he a Cavalier? Probably, but that's also where he struggled the most, despite spending so much time there. Jordan did something no one else has done. He stayed in one place, built a dynasty, and turned a franchise into a global symbol. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls are inseparable. Winning and Jordan go together naturally, like peanut butter and jelly. If you're rocking with this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in. We'll keep breaking down the truth behind the narratives. See you on the next one. Whoa.